What's up, y'all, and welcome back to CountryCast. Over the years, we have heard some of the craziest stories when it comes to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Willie Nelson. And today we have another one, and it is one of the funniest, most legendary moments that Luke Combs probably has had yet in his career. No, it's not the sold-out shows or the number one records or the number one singles, even though he's clearly knocked those off his bucket list. This moment, however, was a moment that he shared with Willie Nelson. Luke Combs recently appeared on the Full Send podcast, where he shared this story. Luke was asked what is one of the craziest moments that he has experienced while being out on the road. Lo and behold, Willie Nelson was involved. Luke explained that he had gone down to Maui for a songwriters festival, and during his time there, he met up with one of the festival workers who asked him if he would like to go to Willie Nelson's house to play a game of poker. Of course, Luke said yes, who wouldn't? When Luke arrived at Willie's house, it was just Luke and Willie hanging out. Eventually, the rest of the folks showed up, and the card games began. During Luke's time at the table, he did not take Toby Keith's advice. Remember, never smoke weed with Willie again? Well, he took a few hits off the bong. Needless to say, Luke began to feel it pretty good and ended up drinking nearly 2 gallons of water, as he describes it, and continuously splashed water on himself to come down. But it's what Luke witnessed next that became his moment with Willie Nelson. Combs explained that while he was sitting back at the table and recuperating, he could see down the hallway that was beside him, and that he was the only one that had a view of this hallway. Now, at a random point in the night, while the games were still going on, Luke remembers Willie Nelson getting up from the table, and when he did, he went down that hallway that Luke mentioned earlier. As Willie got towards the end of the hallway, he approached a punching bag hanging there, and went into what he described as a crane stance, the karate stance, and kicked the bag several times. Willie then walked out of the house for a period of time, re-entered, and crane kicked the bag one more time, then sat back at the table as if nothing had happened. No one witnessed this but Luke, and that is when Luke knew he had his moment with Willie Nelson. Talk about a story for not only a lifetime, that's a legacy story right there, and Luke Combs definitely has one of the funniest of Willie after that. So guys, we would love to know your thoughts down below in the comments. As I mentioned earlier, Willie has a lot of these cool stories. So if you have one that you particularly like or want to share, send them down in the comments below. That will be it for today's video, however, here on CountryCast. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications on as well, so you never miss out on any breaking updates surrounding your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.